Welcome to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. Of course, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. And we're talking Eugene Eagle basketball this week. We've got the head coaches with us, Brian Wilde, not Wild. I called him Wild last time, and it's actually Wilde, and Jay Allen, the girls coach. Guys, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Had to come through a snowstorm and everything to get here. Twice now, so.
2 times we bring good luck.
That's right.
We don't bring the rain, we bring the snow.
They bring the storm, that's right. So the Eagles teams, boys and girls, both having a pretty good season. The boys right now, 14-3 going into this week. You've got the Eldon basketball tournament, some really good teams in that tournament this year, defending Class 2A state champions. You don't get to say that very often. That's cool. Girls right now are 10-7 for Coach Allen. You guys started out 10-3, and you run into like 4 teams in a row that are really, really good state-ranked teams.
Yeah, light schedule is what we say on there. Very tough, but you know what? It's making us better.
That's right, it does, absolutely. So let's talk about the boys. You guys on a roll, 5 straight wins, I think 6 of 7. You're ranked number 3 in the state. You've been ranked number 2 for much of the year, so you're one of the top teams recognized by everybody. Are you pleased with where the boys are right now?
I'm pretty pleased with our improvement throughout the season. We've had some big wins here as of late with getting the California Tournament Championship a couple weeks ago, and we played some tough competition. Pretty pleased with how we've been on the defensive end of the court this year. Would be looking for a little bit more consistency as we head to the postseason. We don't always play with the same intensity every game. We're looking to find a little bit more consistency on that end of the court. But overall, pretty pleased with where we're at this point in the year. Looking to continue to get better and get ready for the postseason.
Yeah, that's where it really counts. Do you notice a difference? I mean, you guys have been great for the last few years. One of the top 2-3 teams in the state every year. But now that you're state champs, do people, is it even harder now? Are they even more prepared for you guys?
It seems like we're getting everybody's best shot this year for sure. We were in the past, teams would come up and be ready to play us too, because they knew that we were a pretty good team. But now we played our conference schools last week, and these schools are in Class 2, and they know that if they can compete with us, then they've got a chance to make a postseason run. So we're going to get their best shots. We get best shots from everybody else that we play too, and that's where the consistency comes from. We have to be consistent every single game, because we have to understand that we might be getting the best game played against us from our opposing team.
Every time out, because they know they've got to play that kind of a game to stick with you guys. As we mentioned, girls started out really strong. You've had 4 really tough games against state-ranked teams, but we're in all of those games, and probably there's a growth process. Are you pleased with where your girls are right now?
Oh, I'm ecstatic where we're at on there. I think when we talked last, I knew we had potential. We had a lot of hard work. We kind of felt like we turned a corner as a program. You know, I didn't even expect as much success as we had. I mean, we won the Hermitage tournament. We won the Calvary Lutheran tournament. You know, and that got the girls a little bit of confidence.
Yep.
And then to go in and play 4 straight state-ranked teams on there and competing their butts off and things like that, we knew we saw some improvement. So I couldn't be any happier.
Yeah.
You want to win them all, but I couldn't be any happier where we are as a program right now, for sure.
And sometimes, I know it's kind of crazy to say this, but sometimes you learn more from a loss than you do from winning every game, especially if they're not, really tough competition. Sometimes you need that, wake-up call.
I agree. I think it's twofold on there, and maybe, you learn more as more of a measuring stick when you play some of the elite teams on there. Mm-hmm. But, we've consistently said that, progress is measured by the difficulty of what the task that's in front of you, and sometimes the best way is just to take on that task.
Yeah.
And if that means playing somebody on short notice, or we've had lost a day of practice against a good team that we got to play tonight and stuff like that, we can either try to find excuses or we can show up and work hard. And so far the girls have done that pretty well this year.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're talking Eugene Eagle basketball with the boys and girls coaches, and we'll continue the conversation when we come back on the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
What? Like and follow.
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Buckle up.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers pediatrics at 2 lake locations and 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic, offering same-day appointments. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone, whether you live at the lake or just here visiting. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. It's a new year, and I hope for your resolution, you've got great sleep on your list, and we can help you out in every facet. We have sleep systems, pillows, sheets, the whole 9 yards, and they're all on sale at Slumberland Furniture. We even do 0% financing for up to 60 months. That's right, great deals and awesome financing. Come see us at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, talking Eugene Eagle basketball, men's coach Brian Wilde, women's coach Jay Allen. So who are the ladies that have really stepped up for you so far this year you're really proud of?
There's a couple that I could single out and everything like that, but why we're better is everybody is playing better, finding the roles, doing things. Riley Cleathermos is our leading scorer and probably the top of everybody's game plan every night. She's been box and one, I think, almost every game at some point this year, and is still averaging around 20 points a game. But, Ayla Graham, the freshman that I mentioned in our previous show, has really stepped up and been a second ball handler, and her court vision's really good. I think I'm not most proud, because I don't want to single one above the others, but Claire Wilbers, our junior forward/guard, we talked about it on the drive over here, literally does everything. Yeah. She's like the ultimate glue girl type player. She can rebound, she doesn't mind being physical, she loves playing defense, doesn't care about scoring, even though she could score more, kind of represents everything that we want out of it. But, whether it's Ellie or Lana or Ava or the rest of them, they've just all gotten so much better this year in competing that I'm kind of proud of all of them, to tell the truth.
And that's what makes a good team, right? When it all comes together and you stay away from the injuries like you had last year.
Yes, sir.
How about the guys that have stepped up for you you're really proud of so far?
So proud of the entire team. Most of them have had to step into a new role this year and get more shots or just be out on the court. Some of them didn't have a lot of varsity experience, but our top 3 guys this year so far, Ethan Wunderlich has been having a really good season for us, has been playing for us for the last few years. Got to 1,500 points the other day, got the school assist record earlier this month too, so he's been having a fantastic senior season leading us. And then Dawson Bush has really stepped up, scoring the basketball for us, being one of our better defenders, stepping into his new role. And then Austin Deerhoff has stepped into a prominent role in the offense, our 6'8" big, being able to hit the shot on the outside, score on the inside, and then he is our man in the middle on the defensive end of the court, and he's averaging over 4 blocks a game right now. So he's making it very difficult to score in the paint.
Sweet, and I remember all of those names from last year's state championship team, so they come in with a lot of skins on the wall, and they've been there before. It's good to have that. So what areas in your team that they've grown the most so far this year?
I would say that we've grown the most on the defensive end of the court as a team. We knew this year that we weren't going to be as explosive on the offensive end of the court as what we were last year. We graduated some pretty good ball players, and we knew we were going to have to step up on that end of the court. And we are allowing about 35% from the field from other teams right now, and under 48 points a game on the defensive end of the court. So that's really where I'm proud of where we're going.
And if you can get your team to play defense, you got it going on because everybody wants to score. The defense is it's the down and dirty part. How about for the ladies? Where have you made your greatest, steps this year?
I think it's also on the defensive side on there. I mean, offense is offense. You have some skill players and people who have been able to knock down some shots and stuff like that. But I've been most happy on the defensive side that we finally got a group that we can get out and pressure. Our pressure stats are way up. We're holding teams to roughly 30% field goal percentage right now. We give very few wide open looks anywhere on the court that manifests itself. And if I had to single something out, our ability to bring pressure from multiple places this year is what I'm most proud of because I'm kind of an aggressive coach when it comes to that type of stuff. I just hadn't had the tools to be able to do it, and the girls are measurably better in being able to apply pressure either on the ball or in passing lanes or in trapping situations. So I'm probably most happy about that.
And sometimes fans don't realize all of the, the mental part of the game that goes into it. I mean, you might have 5 or 6 different presses, full court, half court, trapping and stuff like that. And the girls got to know what it is to be into it and jump into it, almost at a second's notice.
I agree. And it's also even having the confidence to do it. Like #1 state ranked team, Tipton comes to play at our house. We still pressed them whenever we wanted to at times at the beginning. That idea that they can do it against that level I think it'll pay off a lot later on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So we're talking I was going to say Tipton basketball. No, it's Eugene Eagle basketball as we talk with the men's and the women's coach. We're going to get into how the districts are looking because the playoffs are not that far off. And that's where that's the money time of the year where you get into the playoffs. So we'll talk about that when we come back on the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
For our Lake area teams, they've got their eye on the prize this season with big aspirations.
And basketball can be similar to driving, where sometimes it can be a matter of focus and attention.
Distracted driving led to over 25 fatal crashes on Missouri roadways in 2024 alone.
So be a part of the solution and not another statistic.
Always remember to buckle up and put your phones down. This reminder to drive safe, boat safe, brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, talking with the great coaches from Eugene, the Eagles. It's Brian Wilde, and it is Jay Allen, the guys and the gals coach. So getting toward the end of the regular season, the playoffs right around the corner in Missouri high school sports. You go from conference to play to district play, and sometimes they're the same and sometimes they're very different. Depending on how Misha wants to set it up. So for the boys, you are, I think, #1 in your district right now. What's your record? You're 14-3 going into this week. You've got an 11-4 Newburgh team. I don't know anything about them. Max Creek is better this year. Vienna, Richland, Crocker, Plato. You're still the team to beat, though.
From the way it looks, yes. We try not to look ahead too much at this time, trying to look at each opponent that's in front of us so that we can get to the point where we're playing our best basketball come districts. But Newburgh seems to be having a pretty good year out there, and Max Creek is much improved. We'll have to be playing our best basketball once we get to the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. 11-4 Newburgh, obviously they're doing something right. You haven't played them this year.
No.
Okay, so, and then, now the last 2 state champions in boys class 2, It's come down to the sectional game between you and Hartville, right? The winner of that game has gone on to win the state championship. 2 years ago, it was Hartville. They beat you by 3, I think, and then they blew everybody else winning the state championship. Last year, you beat them in overtime in the state sectional, and then you went on to win the state championship. It's kind of looking like that might be playing out again this year. Hartville ranked number 1. You have been ranked number 2 for most of the year. Can you look ahead to that game, or is that just something you do not allow your guys to do?
I think when it comes to looking ahead to that, that's my job as the coach to be prepared for what could come ahead. Try to keep the boys focused on each game that's in front of them so that we can be playing our best basketball and get to that game. First of all, you got to win your games in the postseason to get to that game first. And if we're not focused once we get into district play, then we don't make that game, then what's the point of getting them prepared for that?
Absolutely. If you don't get there, it doesn't matter.
So we have to, if we are playing our best basketball and we make it to that game, then that's what we're looking to do, is just to be playing really good ball, and then obviously when you get to a game, have a game plan for them.
Absolutely. And last year's game, like I said, went overtime. You had to win that in overtime in order to win the state championship. You know, it's funny. Both teams are keeping an eye on each other. You know, your guys are keeping an eye on them, and they're keeping an eye on you. So for your ladies in the district, let's see. You've got some good teams in there. 13-3 Crocker, 9-6 Iberia, 9-7 Vienna, Richland, and Plato. You guys are really good. That's going to be a tough district.
It will be tough. I think Crocker's probably the class of the district right now. We would love another shot at Crocker on there, but I also kind of echo what Brian says on there. We got to be worried about Father Tolton Catholic tonight. We got to be worried about our conference schedule that we got coming up, because we have very good teams on there, and I think if we can use that to build up confidence and good habits on there, and the ability to compete, the ability to focus whenever we need, the district's going to take care of themselves. But you're right, there's a lot of teams that could beat each other, particularly in that district on there, but it's something that I'm game planning on ahead of time, but I want the girls focused on Tolton tonight more than anything.
There you go. Where do you play your district?
It's also played at Richland. Both of us are going to be
both
playing
of you are at Richland. Yep. I might have to rent a room in Richland for that district tournament, man. That's greatness.
Or pull a camper down.
Or, there you go. Go glamping down by the river.
Yeah, I'd like to see what kind of places you could stay at in Richland.
Like I say, a van down by the river, probably, right? Okay, real quick, as we're down to our last couple of minutes here, your favorite TV show of all time. Now, you're just a young buck, so I don't know what the new TV shows have been in the last 20 years, but what would be your favorite TV show of all time?
Mine's Breaking Bad for sure. I've rewatched it probably 4 or 5 times, and it's just got really good character development, and it's got a good storyline. I always enjoy it. If I can't find something to put on, I put that on.
Okay. And a lot of surveys have that as the best TV series of all time, Breaking Bad. I've never seen one of them, so I better get on that one, right? Breaking Bad. How about for you, favorite TV show of all time?
Wow, I know you said something about it. It's hard. I am a Star Wars dork when it comes to it, so I like anything Star Wars, including, as old as I am, the animated stuff like Clone Wars and the rest of them and stuff. But if we're going to stay out of that so I don't get in trouble with the rest of my family on picking a Star Wars one, I would probably say Justified. My wife and I watched Raylan Givens and Justified on there, and I don't know, it was wildly entertaining, even when they brought it back for another season and stuff. So I'll go ahead and go with Justified.
So the original Justified, but the second follow-up is not bad.
It's not bad either. They're good.
Okay, interesting. Good. I've seen a lot of clips of that on Facebook. It looks pretty good.
I recommend it.
All right. Jar Jar, are you a big Jar Jar fan or what?
I think I subscribe to that fan theory that he was secretly a Sith.
Yeah, I saw that one. I believe it too.
I just keep hearing bad things about Jar Jar. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Survived 2 snowstorms to come do the Coaches Show, so we appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you at State here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So there you go. The Eugene Eagles, men's and women, doing very well this year. Thank you so much for joining us for the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.